Hello, welcome back. Kristen Constantino. Last video was all about, can someone change? Can they change? I get this question asked a ton, so please go back and watch that because I hope it gives you some more clarity around what direction you want to go based on your own experience with this person, in addition to what you want your vision of your life to look like. Today, I want to talk about 5 ways to break the cycle of toxic relationships once and for all. For those that don't know me, I am a certified transformational mental and nutritional wellness coach. So I specialize in toxic relationship repair. I'm very passionate about the physical health aspect to your healing journey because it really all makes such a difference and it's all interconnected. So I will be sharing some more videos on that too, and its connection with healing from trauma and so on, and the science behind that. So stay tuned for those. If you have not done so already, hit subscribe so you can get some more content and video to help you on your healing and empowerment path after being released from toxic relationships. You know, being stuck in this awful roller coaster and cycle of toxic and soul-sucking relationships can really beat you down. It's to the point where, I've said this in other videos, but you don't even recognize yourself in the mirror and you're not living your true authentic life. And as we know, the quality of our relationships will impact the longevity of our life because it does impact our physical well-being. So let's dive into those 5 main ways to break this so you can live your true authentic life. Step number 1 is self-reflection and admitting that you've been in either a toxic relationship for a really, really long time or multiple toxic relationships. Awareness is always your first step, right? Because for me, I didn't even know I truly had a pattern with this problem until the relationship that I had prior to my husband now got really, really abusive. And the abuse that I wasn't normalizing, things that I was not used to based on some of my past experiences and trauma growing up. Like, I tolerated mental and emotional abuse. And it wasn't until physical abuse came into my life that I was like, whoa, what is going on? So reflecting on your relationships, admitting that you have been in one, forgiving yourself for it so you can move forward into steps 2 through 5. Step 2, seek support from family members, friends, but most importantly, somebody that can guide you professionally. Because when you're learning about some of the things that you've been through, unveiling some of the layers to get to the root, that professional is going to help you discover that and then give you strategies on how to set good boundaries for your certain circumstance, or hold you accountable, right? Sometimes it's easy to let go when you know no one's really watching, but when you have somebody that you meet with or a group, like for instance, my specific program is a group coaching program. We meet every single week. When you know that's happening, you're more accountable in the actions that you're pursuing on a week-to-week basis, so then you can start creating new normals. Step number 3, and you're doing it right now. Educate yourself on what a healthy relationship is. I've said this in prior videos. When you are in a toxic relationship, and you've been in many, and maybe there's some root from your childhood of toxicity and how relationships should operate, that is your normal. That's what your nervous system is actually craving, is to be comfortable in the chaos, despite it being super unhealthy for your well-being. So I feel like learning what those healthy relationships look like and sound like, and seeing examples of that is going to be an incredible step towards your healing and empowerment journey. Step number 4, this is something I'm so passionate about, self-care. Self-care all around, emotional, mental, physical, exercising, meditating, eating healthy, gut healthy foods that's going to enhance your ability to control your emotions. And in addition to that, journaling, getting deep down into what you're feeling and having more recognition of when those triggers come. I feel like when you start digging into personal development and self-care on a consistent basis, which once again, it's going to take accountability, right? That's why I always suggest that seeking the support and the guidance from a professional. But once you get this into a habit of it, then guess what? You start to trust yourself again. You start to really understand your instincts, which, as you know, learning to trust those instincts or angels' messengers, right? Learning to trust them is what's going to help you be preventing yourself getting into these types of relationships. So self-care can bring a spiral of incredible things into your life. Step 5, last but not least, be patient. If you have had a habit of doing something for majority of your life, you have to understand, just like if you were an addict to any drug or alcohol or activity or behavior, it's going to take some time to completely break the chains. So there might be some setbacks. And when that does happen, take ownership, take accountability, seek the guidance again, and know your limits. Know when you are going to need more accountability in this area so you can get back on the horse. So let's do a quick recap on how to break this cycle. What steps? 1 is going to be self-reflection. 2, seek the guidance with family, people that love and care about you, but also for sure professionally. You're going to want to learn about healthy relationships. That's going to be huge to help you set a foundation of what really is important. 4, self-care, because once again, that's going to spiral into so many different things into your life for the better. And then lastly, just be patient with yourself, because if you have a setback, it doesn't mean that this is never going to work for you. It just means you might need a little bit extra support or go back to the basics of what you started with that helped you break free for X amount of time. I hope this was helpful for you. If you need extra guidance, please put in the comments guidance, and I'll figure out a way to reach out to you. Maybe we can have a conversation to see what next steps would look like for you when it comes to seeking that support and getting the accountability that you need so you can truly break these patterns, because it takes time and it takes professional guidance to know certain coping skills to get there. So if you like this information, please don't forget to hit subscribe, like. Next video is going to be piggybacking on this and talking about ways to prevent yourself from going back to this vicious cycle. So almost like an extension. So I can't wait to see you there. Love you much. Talk to you soon.